Hi guys, Dennis here from Daddy Bob's RC. How's everybody doing? Hey, I've been off on vacation all week and been had some plans to do some stuff outdoors with the wife this week, but it's been so ungodly hot and we've gotten an abnormally amount of rain here too. So I think we had 3 inches last night. One night earlier this week, we had another inch. I don't know. I think we've probably had 4.5, 5 inches of rain this week so far. And my outdoor play area is mud, so I couldn't do any of that. So I came in the shop and started working. A lot of you guys have seen pictures of it. The box that I got from Reg Clark with RCP. First time I've ever had one of these. And I figured I've never given him a chance, but I finally did. And I am extremely happy with it so far. It's strictly supply and ESC, and it's a bolt-on box to a grand hauler, or to a king hauler is the one I got. I think he makes them for grand haulers as well. Do you pay a little bit more than you would for a DPS? Yes. But you're also, I think you're buying a great quality product for the price, and you don't have to think about it. You bolt it on and you go. Now, I don't think he's out of line on price at all, because I myself know what it takes to build stuff. There's a lot of hours involved in this, people. You know, some people see me and you'll see a few videos and stuff, and oh boy, that didn't take you long to build. You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. So anyway, moving on with this. I'm gonna show you what I've done. I did end up going with a Bruder Mack cab so far. There's nothing that I have done so far that I can't undo and put a stock Tamiya cab on it or whatever. But I'm kind of a Mack guy. So I love the challenge of making these Mack cabs fit. And I'm going to show you kind of one of the things that I did with this one over the other one. And maybe I'll go through a little bit on the box mounting and such. So here we go. Now, folks, this is just the preliminary fit and whatnot. I'm not set in stone on how everything is going right now. But what I ended up doing is getting a hinge that bolted right to the front. What's happening so far, and I really like it, but I'm not so sure. I usually make it so that I can lift the hoods open. Bolt the cab solid, lift the hood. Well, as this thing's sitting right now, Reg has engineered a little bit of a slot in the cylinder that lifts this, the simulated cylinder, that it has a little bit of slack there. Now, what's working so far, and I'm going to grab something to prop the hood up here so it doesn't flip over. It makes it super simple, super easy. I just have this sitting in here to figure out my heights, is all. But I'm going to be putting a planetary gear drive, planetary motor in this to drive the truck. It's not going to have the 3-speed transmission in it. It's so much easier with the Mack cabs to go with that planetary drive because there's not a whole lot of room underneath the cab without gutting the whole cabs out. And I don't really want to do that. I'm just sitting this here for a spacer, just in case I want to. It's all trial fitting right now, folks. The only thing holding this cab to this hood is the straps on the side. That's all that's holding that whole thing together right at the moment. So if I try to go that route, then I will fasten the hood to the cab rigidly. And then I will probably create a perch for the cab to sit so that the cab can't go back and forth and whatnot. And I haven't decided on a bumper yet. This is a bumper I had modified, just a regular Bruder bumper. And I just wanted I'm thinking I might get another one. I've got another one around here, and then get it so that it just sits over top of those screws that hold that hinge on there. But there again, it might be nice to be able to see that so that I can ever take that off. That raises that bumper up too much. But, you know, I'm just preliminary, just fitting stuff, just seeing what works. One thing that I did do to make the cab, so I could get the cab to sit back far enough, people, I re-drilled the back servo mounting hole to right next to the shock perch. That way I can run this back to the back of the slot on the front mount. Doesn't change the steering or nothing. It might change the toe in a little bit or your centering of the, but it doesn't affect the steering at all. But that way you can get the cab further back. Because if you look at the Macks, the wheels set a little ahead of the fenders, just slightly. You know, now it's more kind of in the center of the hole, so to speak. When I've done it before, I couldn't get the cabs far enough back. So then it eliminated me the ability to put a flap or something on the back here, mud guard, whatever. I don't know. This is just a process and project that I'll be honest with you. I started this project Tuesday morning or Thursday morning. Thursday morning, I started assembling a chassis. I had some rails, I had some differentials, I had the kit to do I had servos, I had all this stuff on hand. You know, front and rear, the front bumper mount, which I actually took and shaved that off so that I can put a different style bumper on. I may even try, my one red truck I actually did, I believe it was a night hauler bumper. I may try to find one of them and just move it up because it's got the nice curves to it. A little nicer than the Bruder bumper itself. And worst comes to worst, I could probably put a King hauler bumper on it or a Grand hauler bumper. Just have to raise it up a little bit because those trucks do sit up a little bit higher. But that's kind of my thoughts and theories in this whole build. I'm just trying something new, you know. Had I left the cab slid way forward, I'd have a big gap between the cab and the... Right now, I think it's just about perfect. It fits, fills up the gaps. I'm actually going to take a set of King hauler heat shields. I have a set of them. I'm going to slide them over top of these pipes like I do the rest of them. Kind of give it more of a realistic look to the Bruder toy. Color, I haven't set in stone yet. I do like to... One thing I do with the Bruder plastic is, okay, this is blue. I may take and paint a blue over top of it. With the reds, I'll paint a red over top of it. The blues, you can actually put white over top. Many other colors you can go over the blue. It doesn't seem to saturate or seep through like the red plastic does from the Bruder toys. And I don't know why it is. I have no idea. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm going to raise the box up. And it is very noisy, but that is a lot of vibration. With this gear motor that lifts this, there's a lot of vibration. When you're raising the box, it kind of resonates through this metal box. It almost acts like a speaker. I honestly, I don't care. Some people, oh, it's awful noisy. To be honest with you, I don't give a shit. It works. It's strong. Whatever you put in this box, it's going to dump. And let's see here. Okay, I figured I'd hook my servo tester. I got my, also I have my cheater, or my drop axle working, so I'll unplug that. And let's see, up we go. I don't have an ESC for this yet. Yeah, it's pretty loud. The only thing I can think of, the motor is back here and I can feel the vibration. The only thing I can think of is maybe pull the cover off of it and maybe put like a rubber mat or something underneath it to kind of maybe insulate it or take the vibration out. It's just strictly vibration that causes that. And he has limit switches already wired in this. Super easy to install. There's actually a latch back here for when the box is down, it latches the tailgate. And when it opens, it undoes the latch and lets the tailgate open. So all the stuff is basically, all I had to do is take this cross member. You could either take and grind this and clearance this off of it, or you just flip it. And then slide it in here, and his mounting bracket and everything, it perfect. Fits fine. It's great. It's just strictly, it comes with the rear bumper and a rear cross member and the mud flaps, so that you got to choose that, whatever design you want with the light configuration you want, whatever. And it 4 bolts, and this thing bolts on. Slide this cross member forward, slide that in, boom, run your wiring to your ESC up front, and it's done. That's the nice thing about it. It's a bolt on and go situation, folks. I mean, it is super nice and easy. Every one of my dump trucks I've custom built, you know, I have had to figure out, what do I need for a hydraulic cylinder stroke? Where do I mount the pump? Where do I mount the hydraulic reservoir? I don't have to do any of that with this. Put an ESC under the cab, power the box, bolt the box on, done. Dumb, simple, stupid. It's easy. It's strictly a bolt-on kit. Makes it so much nicer. I don't have to sit here and think, what do I got to do next? But overall, I'm pretty happy with the RCP box. I think I'm gonna kind of go with this. I haven't decided to whether I want to bolt this cab on solid, which then I will just make some angle iron brackets and bolt it to the back side here. And then I'll lift the hood open and I will put a couple of brackets that bolt the cab so the cab stays solid, and then I can just open the hood up and down. That's the way I've done most of mine. Yes, this would be nice to do it all as a unit, but that might put an excessive amount of stress on this front hinge, you know, over time, you know, bouncing around and everything. It may, it's not a super high strength hinge, but I don't know. I went with the aluminum hobby, hydraulic hobby wheels. I polished them up yesterday. Mounted JHR tires, JHR custom tires. These are solid rubber tires. They are not foam filled, but they are still flexible. The JHRs, JHR on the cheaters. These are 83 millimeter, 25 millimeter wide, and these are 30 millimeter wide fronts. And then I have the super wide from Hydraulic Hobby aluminum rims on here. So just some of the stuff that I'm going to just kind of cover with you. I did find a home for my pipes that I took off my 2 white Macks. Fits perfect in here. Everything fits nice. So I think I'm going to take and bolt the cab solid. But the color, people have asked me, what color are you going to do with the cab? Well, I haven't decided that yet. I'll get there. I've done a red truck. I've done white ones. I've done blue ones. I've done all kinds of different colors with the Mack cab. So we'll see. I even have some orange I've been playing with. an orange Mack. I don't know. I can call it the pumpkin, I guess. I don't know. I got a friend of mine who's got an orange Mack. He calls it the pumpkin. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's still early. This is all. This is powder coated, so there's no painting to this. It's all powder coated. So, had I to start all over, I probably would have got this raw and painted it the color to match the cab. I do like that. But I'm not going to sand this, lightly sand it and paint over this powder coating. I'm going to leave it as it is. It'll be fine. It's going to get scratched and dinged anyway. So, but anyway, here's my current project of another Bruder Mack dump truck. Honestly, I don't know why I keep building more dump trucks. I need to quit. But if the weather would be more cooperative, I'd be out playing instead of building. But I do enjoy building. But kind of got away from it for a little bit. Quit putting videos out there. Life gets busier with other stuff too. So. Anyway, yeah, it's just a ongoing project that I've been working on. I only started on it 3 days ago. Actually, this is morning number 3. So, like I said, I started on this project Thursday morning. Decided, I got this box coming that I'd ordered from Reg. And I no more than got the main chassis put together, and my wife walks in with a box from the Postal Service, and yep, it's here. I'm like, well, let's see how this fits, and I've gone from there. So, yeah, people think I get this stuff done pretty quick. Well, when you start at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you don't go in till 10 o'clock at night, and do that for a couple days, you can get a lot done. You can get a lot done in 30 hours. Everybody's like, oh, you get it done so fast. Well, yes, I do, because I put in a lot of hours in getting this stuff done. It's not none of this stuff's a 5-second quick, easy fix, and I may make it look easy, but I've done enough of this stuff and built enough stuff that maybe I make it look easy. Maybe that's it. But put a lot of hours in it and a lot of money. A lot of money in these projects. I'd wager by the time I get done with this project, I'll have a couple $1,000s tied up in parts and pieces and the box and everything easily. Doesn't take nothing. I think the box alone, he had them on sale, but when they weren't on sale, by the time I'd have got one here, probably been $11.50 to $12. Well, about $1,200. But it doesn't have the tarp. He has other ones that have tarps. They're more money, of course, because it takes more time, more parts. Everything's relative. So, if you want to get into this hobby because you think it's cheap, you're in the wrong damn hobby. Don't get me wrong, you can get into this hobby cheap, but and I did that. And you know what? I was sadly disappointed with the junk that I bought. So, had to get bigger and better. So, anyway, hope this has been somewhat educational. I haven't bored you all to death, and I highly doubt any of you made it this far, because I watch the videos and see how much of my videos get watched, and usually you all are pretty much out after about 3 minutes. So, anyway, catch you guys later. Have some fun with RCs.